of the floor. Alright, so first I'm going to do my hand hygiene. Introduce myself. My name is Olivia, and I am a nursing student at the University of South Alabama in the College of Nursing. And if it's okay with you, I'm going to video us doing a musculoskeletal exam.
Alright.
And the only people that will see it is me and my professors. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So to start, what I'm going to do is I'm going to inspect both of your knees bilaterally. The color is consistent with the rest of your body. I don't see any bruising, swelling, deformities, masses, or any cyanosis. They look even bilaterally. Next, I'm going to palpate them. Is that okay? Feeling them, they're warm to the touch and even bilaterally. Is there any pain or tenderness when I palpate?
No.
On either one? No? Okay. I don't feel any swelling, masses, or deformities. So the next thing I'm going to do is, if you will, face me. I'm going to check your musculoskeletal strength. So we're going to do the upper extremity first. I want you to hold your arms like this for me. And I want you to resist me pulling and resist me pushing. Okay, so for upper extremities, I'm going to give you a 5 out of 5 on musculoskeletal strength. For the next thing, I want you to push up against my hands as I'm pushing down. Alright, we're going to do the calf. So push against me. Push against me. Okay, so I'll give you another 5 out of 5 for your lower extremity strength. The next thing I'm going to do is test all of your joints, your range of motion. So for the first one, I'm going to do your jaw. So I want you to mimic me. I just want you to open, protrude, and then side to side with your jaw. Okay? Alright, that's intact. The next one I'm going to do is your neck. So I want you to look down for me for flex. Look at me for extend, and kind of look up towards the sky for hyperextension. And then the next thing I want you to do is try to touch your ear to your shoulder without moving your shoulder. So just your neck for me. Side to side. Alright, that's for lateral bending. And then for rotation, I just want you to use your neck and look left or right for me. Alright, that's intact. The next one we're going to do is shoulders. And so I want you to kind of hold your hands up for me for flexion. Put them back down beside you. Could you stand up for this part? I'm sorry, I forgot. Put them up for flex, back down for extend, and put them behind you for hyperextend. Okay? And then now I want you to hold them up. And that's going to be abduction. Put them back down beside you for adduction. And then I want you to do like this. Kind of put them behind your back. Put your hands together. That's going to be internal rotation. And then put them behind your head, kind of like you're relaxing, laying back, relax. External rotation. Okay, good. Turn around and face me. The next thing we're going to do is elbows. So I want you to flex, extend, and then kind of like lock your elbows out for hyperextension. Okay, open your hands for me. Keep your arms straight out. Turn them down. Pronate, supinate. All right, and then the next thing I want you to do is we're going to do hands and wrists, okay? So I want you to hold your hands like this. Bend down for me. This is flex, extend, hyperextend. And then I want you to kind of turn your wrists together almost like you're going to make a triangle. That's radial deviation, and turn them out for ulnar deviation. Good. Okay, now I want you to hold your fingers in for flex, hold them out for extension. All right, good. The next thing we're going to do is your hips. So I want you to pick your leg up. We're going to do one leg at a time. If you have to hold on, you can hold on to something, but hold leg up. That's flex, back down, extend, back, hyperextend. Okay? Then I want you using that same hip. Just pick your leg up and turn it out. External rotation. Turn it back in. Internal rotation. Alright. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to do the same thing but with the other leg. So I want you to flex, extend, hyperextend. Okay? Turn back face me. We're going to externally rotate. All right, and then internally rotate. All right, and then the next thing we are going to do is with your knee. So I want you to bend it back up, to flex, put it beside you to extend, then lock that knee out for hyperextension. Okay, and then for the other knee, flex, extend, lock that knee in, hyperextension. All right, and then the next thing we're gonna do is, again, 1 foot at a time. For your feet and your toes, I want you to point your toes down kind of like you're pressing a gas pedal. That's plantar, yes, plantar flexion, point it up to the sky, dorsiflexion. All right, this foot, plantar flexion, up, dorsiflexion. Okay, and then back to that first foot. I want you to turn the sole of your foot in for eversion, out. In for inversion, sorry, out for eversion. We're going to do the same thing. In, out. All right, and then the next range of motion thing I'm going to check is your spinal flexibility. So what I want you to do is I want you to kind of turn, and I want you to just kind of bend down a little bit. All right, that's flexion. Stand up, extend, and then kind of go back about 30 degrees to hyperextend. All right, and then we're going to do some lateral bending now. So I want you to put your hands by your side for me, and then we're going to kind of bend, but try to do just your upper body like at the hip. So some lateral bending, just kind of go down. Other side, go down. And same thing, just try moving your upper body. We're going to turn left to right for rotation. All right. All right, so then the next thing that I would like to do is, I want you, if you will, do you mind taking your shirt off?
That's fine.
Okay, will you take your shirt off for me? And turn around and kind of face the camera for me. Or your back facing the camera, sorry. Okay, so I'm looking right now and it looks like your spine is straight and in alignment. Your shoulders are even, your scapula is even, your iliac crests are even. So then the next thing I'm going to ask you to do is if you could just kind of bend over a little like we did with that tilt earlier a little bit more. So what I'm checking here is your spine is still in alignment, it's still straight. I don't see that one shoulder is higher than the other, and your scapula and your iliac crest are both in alignment. I don't see any signs and symptoms of scoliosis. Okay, if you'll turn back around. And then the last thing that I forgot to mention is when I checked for your joints and all your range of motion, I didn't notice any crepitation with that. You weren't having any pain or tenderness with that either, right?
Right.
All right, and that concludes it. Thank you.